Hi everyone, looking at another movie reaction. The trailer for this one is none other than Fantastic Four. Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic. He's in everything right now. Joe Quinn. I remember him as one of the guards in Game of Thrones. If anyone who's seen Game of Thrones are thinking, I don't remember him. It was a small part. Vanessa Kirby from the Mission Impossible franchise, and forgettably from the Fast and Furious franchise. I shouldn't slag it off, but it's just not my cup of tea. Julie Garner, who I watched in... God. It's going to really bother me now, so I'm going to find where I know Julie Garner from. Ozark, of course it is. And Ralph Ineson, I can't pronounce his name, but I've seen him on lots of things. I think he was in Game of Thrones as well. I think he was in The Office, played the Green Knight in The Green Knight. He's got a great voice, so I think that's why he's been picked as Galactus. I've not got high hopes for this one, though, but recent sort of Marvelish stuff has not been great, if I'm honest. So I'm wondering if it's going to be another one of those 90 minutes of, it was okay, but forgettable, with some okay CGI, or it's going to be one of those which is filled with the message, as the critical drinker would say. So let's have a look anyway.
Wow, folks, we all know the story. 4 brave astronauts head up into space and come back forever changed.
This car?
Our city, our planet, owe a debt to these intrepid souls. And while we
CGI
can never
didn't
repay
look
them,
great there.
we can certainly celebrate them.
Thank you, Fantastic Four. Thank you.
Thank you, Fantastic Four!
Please welcome the Fantastic Four.
Herbie, how's that sauce looking? Okay. That is fantastic.
You're late.
What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean? You're late for dinner.
Yes, we are.
You late?
I just said that.
Are you pregnant?
What? You're gonna be the best mom in the world. And you are gonna be the best dad. Just kidding. You are out of your depth. We are gonna be the best uncles ever.
We can do this. Nothing's going to change.
Are you the protectors of this world?
Yes, we are.
Your planet is now marked
They
for
just
death.
happen to be there. Oh, Julie Garner.
It's my fault. I stretched the bounds of space. And they hurt.
Are we safe?
I don't know.
There's not enough time.
I like the retro theme.
I'm not giving up. We will face this together.
Classical comic
We'll
look.
fight it together. As a family.
Superman rip-off right there.
Has to be us.
We will protect you.
I always see things like that. And I like it. I like the fact that it's keeping to the retro, like almost like the 1950s America sort of vibe to it. Classical costume look. Does it seem too cheesy? It seems cheesy in a good way. the fact that it's keeping the classic theme. It's strange though how I looked at a couple of scenes like the chain pulling. Instantly thought of Man of Steel, or in fact, was it in Man of Steel? That was Batman versus Superman, I think. But it seemed like a callback to that scene. The Sue Storm holding the shield thing. You could say that was from the other movie with Jessica Alba, but to be honest, that's probably the way she does it every single time anyway. Galactus walking through the street. I always think when you see something giant walking through the street like Godzilla, and you see like the ground shaking and cars bumping, you think actually no, something that big walking through the street is gonna cause buildings to collapse and people to die. But it never seems to happen. It just seems to be barren streets where a few cars get smashed or crushed. All in all, I think it looks okay. A trailer can always do that though with films to make them look okay. I think the cast looks good. Mark Gatiss from the League of Gentlemen, which I always loved. He was in there at the beginning. I think John Malkovich is in this as well, which that'll be a good draw. John Malkovich, which is a terrible impression. So no, I'm looking forward to it. Just out of curiosity more than anything. And as I'm thinking rightly, which might be a spoiler for anyone who's seen the Thunderbolts, and if you look at Nerdrotic and Critical Drinker, it might not be that many people. It looks like they're pulling into the same universe. So be interested to see how it ends, because the ending will probably inform the beginning or the end of the Thunderbolts. Jesus, it's a tongue twister. Either way, looks okay. I'll check it out. So, see you on the next one.